Kind of a longer poem here, but still poem, doesn't really matter. Main idea, just see what it's about, kind of get some vibes, get some connotations, and let's see what we get. This text is from this poem, Evening. Spars are ship's masts, moorings are ropes that hold dock ships in place, and a riding light is a light that a ship shines when it is anchored. Cool, now I know about boats. Read the poem. When little lights and little ports come out, quivering down through water with the stars, and all the fishing fleet of slender spars range at their moorings, veer with tide about. Okay, so the boats are out. When race of wind is stilled and sails are furled, and underneath our single riding light, the curve of black-ribbed deck gleams palely white, and slumbrous waters pool a slumberous world. Okay, again, it just seems like it's setting the scene here. I don't really get what I'm supposed to get out of that. Then, and then only, have I thought how sweet old age might sink upon a windy youth, quiet beneath the riding light of truth, weathered through storms and gracious in retreat. Okay, well, now this is about old age versus youth. Okay, time is passing. I don't really get the first few parts, but I don't know. Let's see. It's about old age and youth. So A, the tranquility of a port in the evening can incline a person to appreciate the stillness of old age, right? So some strong words here, right? Tranquility. Do we have anything about being calm, right? So quiet, weathered through storms, slumbrous, seems pretty calm, right? Incline a person to appreciate the stillness of old age. Well, it says sweet, right? Old age is sweet. So that seems pretty good. It's saying that old age is a good thing. I like it. I don't know if I'm interpreting the poem correctly. There might be more to this, but for now, I feel like a lot of these words I can kind of justify in some way. Let's look at B. The difficulty of bringing a ship into port is apt training for dealing with the types of struggles encountered in old age. No, this is a good example of connotations, right? This is negative, this is positive. Is old age talked about in a positive or negative way in the passage? Simple question you can ask yourself. It says sweet right before old age. It's obviously positive, so there you go. It's definitely not B. C, a person who leads a long life that is varied and active may find it difficult to stay in a calm place. Again, wrong connotation. No. The contrast between the peacefulness of a port at night and its activity during the day reflects the contrast between the calm of old age and the vibrancy of youth. Okay, well, this clearly is setting up a relationship. Does this poem seem like it's a contrast between peacefulness and activity? Let's go back. I don't know. Maybe there's parts in the beginning I didn't understand. When little lights and little ports come out, quivering down through water with the stars, and all the fishing fleet of slender spars range at their moorings, veer with tide about. Well, moorings, they said moorings, they defined it, are ropes that hold dock ships in place. So that's not activity. The boat's not moving. The boat is docked, right? It's not moving. So that doesn't sound like activity, right? It's nighttime here, right? I mean, stars, right? This is nighttime. So let's look at the second stanza. When race of wind is stilled and sails are furled, and underneath our single riding light, the curve of black-ribbed deck gleams palely white, and slumberous waters pool slumberous water. The activity piece doesn't seem to be here. These boats are put away. So contrast the peacefulness of a port at night and its activity during the day. Where do they talk about the activity during the day? Maybe very briefly when they say like the race of wind is stilled, but that's the wind. That's not the boat, right? The boat is not active. These boats are all away. So I don't love that. And then the vibrancy of youth. I mean, do they talk about, I guess, windy youth? It's so much more about the calmness that I don't see this contrast here. So, right, I mean, maybe this is also positive, but it also has that mixed connotation. I don't know. Ace just feels much better, right? Just keep it dumb. Tranquility of a port in the evening. Do they talk about a port in the evening? Yeah, almost exclusively. It can incline a person to appreciate the stillness of old age. Well, if you appreciate something, you might call it sweet. That seems good. Stillness of old age, right? The storms are gracious in retreat, basically means you're happy that the storms are over, I guess. I feel like that A just fits better. I think you really got to twist the words and really kind of, I don't know, look at a couple of little pieces of this poem and really blow them up into big things, right? The windy youth, maybe the idea of like the race of wind. I feel like you're really kind of stretching just a few little pieces that might indicate activity and you're blowing it up into a thing. This is not an even-handed passage. It's very lopsided, right? It's lopsided in one direction, the direction of tranquility, of the nighttime, of old age. So just choice A is clearly lopsided that way as well. Just go with that. D is kind of making these things even. I just really don't see this in the passage. So trust your instincts there. Trust that like general vibe and like literally almost like count the metaphors in a way, and just it's clearly tilted in one direction. Choice A is that same direction.